Hi guys, welcome back to Thrifty Mama Scraps. So I'm finally getting started on my December daily. I know I'm late in the game. Generally this is kind of how I do it. After the holidays are over, I get all the photos printed, which I have right here. I got them printed at Walmart. And then I start putting together my December daily. But generally, I do it during my Christmas break. And I just didn't have time to do it this year. There's a lot of factors. A lot of things went on this year. We had a lot of visitors at different times because of social distancing. We kind of divided up our Christmases so there wasn't too many people here at one time. My oldest son got engaged, and they came to visit us, so they were here for a week, and I did no scrapbooking at all. While they were here, I wanted to spend all my time with them. And then I found out some other news on Christmas. I'm going to be a grandma, to a little girl, who is due in August, and it's not my oldest son, it's my middle son, and his girlfriend are going to have a baby. She is almost 3 months pregnant. I found out on Christmas. It was kind of a shock because he is 19 years old. And, but, you know, it's kind of how life is. You can't determine what's going to happen in life, and what's done is done, and I just want to love on this little girl as much as I can and show her all the love in the world. So I'm excited that it's a little girl, because for 2 generations we have not had any girls, and I have no girls, and there are very few girls on my side of the family, and there are no girls on my husband's side of the family. So it's exciting and challenging, and it's taken up a lot of our time and a lot of our life, I guess I should say. Our life has been pretty busy. So I'm back at school, and I'm in the thick of it again. So I have about 1 more week left of this course that I'm currently taking. This is week 4. I have week 5 left. And then I'll start a new course. But I wanted to show you what I've done so far. I cleaned my office a little bit. I moved my paper to here. It looks like I have a lot of paper, which actually I do have a lot of paper. But I went through, as I sorted through all the paper, I pulled out the Christmas theme paper that I wanted to use for my December daily. And then I decided what style of album I wanted to use. I do not buy new albums. Generally, I get all of my albums from, or most, well, actually all, I should say, for several years, I go to thrift stores, and that is the first spot I hit, is the scrapbook stationery section, or craft section of the thrift store. And you can generally find a lot of empty albums there for very little money. And I prefer to do a smaller album for my December daily, and I kind of like the different shapes and sizes over the years that I've used. I basically just pick one that I have on hand. Most of my albums I have paid between 45 cents and maybe $1.50 for the larger ones. The small ones generally are under $1 that I find, even if they're brand new. But the one that I chose this year is kind of a unique size, and it's okay because I put them all in a basket. I have this big buffalo plaid basket that I have all of my December dailies in, and I put it out during the holidays and people can look at them if they want. And it's kind of fun because it's just a mishmash of different years, and people can go through, and these small albums fit in that basket very well. And it's just it's kind of cute the way that I organize it in the basket and set it out. And it's just something that I do during the holidays. So, and then I pack it away for the rest of the year. But the album that I chose this time is, I don't even know what year this is. I don't even know if it says. Let's see when these were made. It's a sticko style letterpress album, and there are scrapbook pages in it. I have 2 of them. I paid, like I said, probably 45 cents for it a long time ago. The pages in it are pre-formed. They just kind of look like this. And I'll use these for another scrapbooking project, but they don't fit my need for the December daily. I just use this one as a template. So I was able to get the size right. But this is the album that I chose. EK Success. They don't make these anymore. This is very old, I'm sure. Just trying to see if there's a year on it anywhere. I don't see one, but yeah, these were pretty popular. I'm gonna say probably in the early 2000s, maybe 2004, 2006-ish, I'm guessing. So that's the style of album I chose. And the first thing I did is I took my stack of pattern papers that were Christmas themed, and I cut them down to size. So I'm going to show you the papers that I'm using, or the brands that I'm using of paper for this album. And that's going to be my first step. I'm using the Felicity Jane Oh Dear. And then I always choose, when I do an album like this where I have to create my own pages, I always use the double-sided papers. The single-sided papers I will use in another album that has like filler paper in it. And then, so I will use that on other years. But when I am creating the pages for my album, I want them double-sided so I can use both sides. So that is one paper that I'm using. It's kind of a sweater. If you look really closely, it's like a sweater pattern. And then the back is like a blue wood grain. And I like to incorporate different types of paper, like acetate or vellum, different things like that. This is a no-name piece of vellum. I don't know where it came from. There wasn't a branding strip. It's old. But I thought these looked like snowflakes. So I'm using some of that. This black paper, I'm not sure if there was a branding strip on that or not. I saved the branding strip. Yeah, there is. But yeah, this is a piece of Reminisce. And it's called Chalkboard Stripe. It's got some snowflakes on the other side of the branding strip, and it's just a red and black stripe. And then there's trees on this side. Here's another piece of vellum. I think this one came from Club Scrap, to be honest. And it's got like a silver sheen to it. And I thought they looked like Christmas ornaments, like Christmas ball ornaments. So I thought that this one would work really well for for my December daily. That's been in my stash for a really, really long time. There are some newer papers that I'm using that I recently got. This is Holiday Wishes Christmas Cheer from Pink Fresh Studio. So I'm going to use that. And then this is the B side. And this is a cut-apart sheet, and I will probably use these cut-aparts. This is the leftover part of the piece that I cut off for my album. But I thought it would make a nice page as well because I really like the back of it. This is Holiday Wishes from Pink Fresh Studio, and this is called Let It Snow. And then this is the B side, which is really pretty. It's just a light green gingham. This one is called Holiday Wishes, Let It Snow. It's a Holiday Wishes collection. Let It Snow from Pink Fresh Studio. These I might cut apart. And then this is the B side. One good thing about only using a portion of the paper is I can use these scraps within my December daily, and I can fussy cut some of these things out and use them as embellishments or part of embellishment clusters. So it's kind of fun to not have to use an entire page for your album. This is a Holiday Wishes collection, Home for the Holidays, Pink Fresh Studio, and they're just a bunch of houses decorated for Christmas. And then this is the B side, and it's just lines of dots, and then it has some different sayings on it that are relevant to Christmas. Here's another from the Holiday Wishes collection, Magical Forest from Pink Fresh Studio, and these are just a bunch of colorful trees. And then this is the B side, which is just white stitching in a zigzag pattern on red. This is also the Holiday Wishes collection, Season's Greetings, and it's kind of a postage stamp that has Christmas sayings on it. I might fussy cut some of these out to use in my December daily as well. I think I'm going to use the page that I cut off of this for near our Christmas card, because I always put our Christmas card for the year inside the album. And it doesn't bother me if like certain parts or certain elements of the album stick out. I think it's actually kind of fun and interactive. This is the B side, which are just holiday lights. This is the Holiday Wishes collection, Merry Christmas, and it's a navy blue and white, and it just has different sayings on it that could be cut out if I wanted to. And then this is the B side, which is just gray on white. This is the Holiday Wishes collection, Love and Peace, and these could be fussy cut out too. I'll probably use that. And this side is really pretty too. The B side is green with holly leaves and berries. And this is Felicity Jane, Hello Christmas. And I don't know how old this Felicity Jane paper is. It might be a couple years old because I don't think that I've subscribed to them for a couple years. But this is a black and white polka dot. And then this is a bunch of evergreen trees. This is Felicity Jane, Hello Christmas. And this is kind of a lace pattern. And then the back is a, the branding strip says joyful or be joyful at the bottom. And then it's a perpendicular line on green. And then this piece of paper is actually Summer Stories by Teresa Collins. So it's not necessarily a Christmas paper, but it's gold glitter dots. And there's really no other place that I would use paper like this than at Christmas time. So I stuck it in here, and I think it's going to work really well for this December daily. And then this is just a light blue and white pinstripe. This piece, I know came from the Planner Society. This was an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I wanted to use it because of the Christmas star this year that was visible on, was it the 22nd of December? I need to look that up so I make sure that I have the correct date, but I did take a picture of the Christmas star, and I thought that it would work well for that day in my December daily. And then this is just the back side, which kind of reminds me of ice. So that's something that I'm going to use. This is Felicity Jane Hello Christmas, and this is a buffalo check, red and black. And then this is the back, which is just a perpendicular black and white. And it looks like there's like pom-pom garland at the bottom on the branding strip. This is Felicity Jane Hello Christmas. And these are just some black and white roses. And it says, the branding strip says Hello Christmas. And this is just a red and white horizontal stripe. This is what is left over from the piece that I cut off of it. I wanted to keep this intact because I will probably use this in another project and cut out Santa, or use this piece that says Santa's list on it. This is a very Merry Christmas Santa's list, and this is Cartabella. So there's some peppermint candies on one side, and then it's got Santa on the other. For my December daily, you will note that Santa is not on the paper, but there is a reindeer on there. This is a very Merry Christmas collection by Stephen Duncan, Cartabella. And these are some old-fashioned Christmas ornaments. And then this is Dainty Ornaments, is what it's called, I guess. And then these are some holly leaves and berries. This is another one by Cartabella, Stephen Duncan. A very Merry Christmas. And this has got some... These remind me of the 70s when I was a little girl. Just the graphics remind me of the 70s. And so some of this paper I think I'm going to save for old photos, old Christmas photos when I was growing up and I was a very little girl. This one's called Christmas Countdown. It's just got different numbers. And then these are pine leaves and berries. A very Merry Christmas, Stephen Duncan for Cartabella, and these are cut-aparts. But I'm going to use a portion of this page as an actual page. These are just advertising logos and things. And this one's called Vintage Packaging Journaling Cards. And this is like, this pattern just reminds me so much of when I was a little girl. Like the pattern on a Christmas box or wrapping paper or something like that. This is also Cartabella from Stephen Duncan. What is this one called? Oh, this one's called Merry Christmas. Yeah, I guess that's what this one is called. This is a branding strip I cut off of it. And this is just like a seafoam green and red vertical stripe. And then this one, like the other Santa one, I made sure to cut it off so I could utilize this as a piece in another Christmas layout. Because I would like to use this kind of like with a vintage photo from the 70s. but I still wanted to utilize it in my December daily. This is another one, Very Merry Christmas, Stephen Duncan for Cartabella. And these are some more vintage ornaments. It's called Christmas Bells. And then this is the B-side, which is just green dots on kind of a caramel color background. This is A Very Merry Christmas, Stephen Duncan, Cartabella. And then the B-side, this is called Winter Snowflakes. And then this one just has like, it looks like The Night Before Christmas typed out on it. And then I have one piece of acetate that I'm going to use. And I am not sure. Did I save that branding strip from that? I'm not sure I saved the branding strip from this piece of acetate. I thought I did, but I might not have. I don't know where this came from, to be honest. Probably from a Hip Kit club. And it's just, it just kind of reminded me of snow. I don't even know. It's probably not even a Christmas theme. Okay, so I used these. These are some of the ones, the pages that were in the album that I took out. But I wanted to use it as a template because of the fact that I had to score the side of it, the side of the papers that I'm using, like this, and then I had to duplicate the holes. So you'll see when I show you my pages how I did that. So I'm going to set all of these, this extra paper aside. One of the funnest things about creating a December daily album with a blank slate like this, with a blank album, is I love making the album cover every year. I usually put the date on, or, you know, the year on it, and I just kind of decorate it really fun, and I love that about it. So this is a cover, the front cover, which the color is kind of, what color is this? It reminds me of salmon. I don't know if the color is actually salmon or melon, or I'm not sure, but it works well for Christmas. So the first thing I did, this is the first page of my album. So as you can see, it's cut down to size, and I scored it, and I just used my scoreboard, which is actually this. It is the We Are Memory Keepers, and it's also got a what is this called? Paper trimmer. It's also got a paper trimmer on it, but I like this paper trimmer better. This is my favorite paper trimmer. This is the Caterpillar crop, or the Caterpillar crop, and it lights up so you can see the line better. I like this one better, but I use this one as a scoreboard because it can be made very large, and you can score what you need. So that's what I did. For this particular project, I measured from the bottom where I needed to score, which was actually this 5 here. And then I scored across the end of each of the papers. And that's what I did. And I just used my Martha Stewart bone folder for that. So, and then, I'll put that away. Okay, so then after that, then I took a template and I marked where the holes needed to be punched on each page, as you will see. And I just took just a regular hole punch, lined it up, punched it out. And then I went through all the pages. As you can see, this is what that says. It says, "Beauty is a light in the heart." I thought that was a really good saying for Christmas. So then I lined these up in the order that I wanted. What I did is I went through my photos on my phone, and I went according to the date that they were taken, and then I kind of like lined up the pictures and the patterns of papers that I wanted to go along with it, and in that order. So I kind of know what order I'm going to do my album in. However, I'm not putting the album together before I do each page, because it's just easier to work on if it's not put together. And because it's got this kind of a binding, the album can really be as thick as it needs to be. So it's pretty generous as far as like if this album is going to be a little bit thicker or not. So I'm just going to do each page individually. I don't anticipate that these pages are going to take very long to make, just because they're small. I have 45 pages. I counted them. There are only 30 days in December. However, our Christmas lasted through the end of December, just the way that we had everything lined up with all of our family members. So I'm including all of that as well. So I'm excited to get started on it. This is all I'm going to show you for today. I will show you each page as I create them. As I pointed out before, I know that this video is late in coming. I know a few people were looking forward to me having some things put up earlier. I apologize. It just could not be helped under the circumstances with so many visitors and so many things going on this past month. So, but I thank you all for watching. I hope you'll continue watching. And if you're not done with your December daily, hopefully you'll get some ideas and enjoy the process. I have been watching Nicole 911 and her channel. She has talked about putting together page kits using her scraps, because she has a lot of scraps. And honestly, so do I. I have a ton of scraps. And I think that that is a good goal to have for 2021, instead of purchasing more stuff, using those scraps up. So that's kind of my reasoning behind putting all this paper in front of me, is so I'm going to take a bin of scraps and kind of focus on it every month, creating page kits and then hammering out layouts after I'm done with my December daily. But this is going to be my focus for now. So I'm hoping to have more content up. I don't know if that's going to be possible because we have so much going on this year. Thankfully, my oldest son and his fiance are not getting married until 2022. So that gives me time, and I'm not rushed with, I really won't have to do too much with that. We won't have to do too much with that wedding anyway, because it's going to be in Arizona. We just basically have to purchase our clothing for it, or rent the tuxes. We have to rent. Well, Hunter will probably pay for his own tux. Ethan will have to rent his, and we'll have to rent Scott's. But, and then I think we're responsible for the reception, but I'm not sure what they're doing with that. But, I don't think that because it's not in our area, it's not something that's going to take a lot of time, I don't think. And there is plenty of time for planning and so forth. But, so I'm hoping that I can get my schoolwork done so I can continue crafting, because I've really, really missed it. I can feel it when I haven't scrapbooked in a while. I get antsy and agitated and kind of like anxious, like I'll be doing my homework and I'll be thinking, oh man, I wish I was scrapbooking, or I wish I could do a scrapbook page, and I just keep hammering along, and it just puts me in a foul mood. And I just need to have that crafty outlet, if you understand what I mean. So, But anyways, I kind of drug out the ending. I hope you all have a good day. And like I said before, thank you all for watching. And I hope you'll be back soon. So keep on scrapbooking. And I will talk to you later. Bye.